Hello everybody. This is our video for the week of June 15th. A couple things I'd like to focus on this week. First of all, thank you for those of you doing action research and school improvement plans for submitting your literature review drafts. I will get those back to you as soon as I can, no later than this weekend. It's very important that these students who are going to be doing their literature review and then moving on to do more work, we get that literature review wrapped up and we move on with our data and or our plans. For those of you doing a literature review as your capstone, you are still deep in the reading and annotating. You are starting to put things into themes and topics. Please keep that deadline of July 5th in the horizon. At any point, you can submit your draft, and many of you have, and that's great. It gives me a chance to provide feedback for you, and then you can go back and continue writing. The process of feedback and writing, that's what the rest of this course will look like. For most of you. And so just continue to use the feedback forms that I provide you and also contact me if you have any questions. I have a feedback form that I will be using for the drafts and I will give that to you, and it will be set up the same way where I just say, did you hit this idea? Yes or no? And give you a little example about what I was talking about from an actual literature review, which many of you said was helpful. Why don't I give you that up front? Because adult learners really construct their own learning, and I want you to take the rubric, the information in the appendix of the syllabus, the other capstone projects that I really, really want you to read. I want you to see those things and have them inspire your writing. I don't want to give you a script or a plan. This really is about your topic. And so the feedback is just saying, did you hit this area? Yes or no. Remember that as you are doing your literature review, especially those of you that is your bulk of your project, that you want each of your subheads in your literature review, each of those themes, each of those areas to be laser focused synthesis, where you synthesize what others have said about your topic, that reoccurring theme that you keep hearing, those different point of views that could be arguing even within that section, the findings that connect to what you're saying, for and against, and then the significance of the research finding as it supports your hypothesis, your research question, your idea. Just continue to stay there and continue to read. As for the sources, many of you are asking about the number of sources needed. And while Dr. Hoy and I discussed and gave you like a guideline, I don't want the guideline to limit you. I want the guideline to show you that there is a significant amount of research that's needed to really understand your topic and to make sure that you know what others have said about it. And so the 15 to 20 for action research or school improvement and the 20 to 30 articles for the lit review, for many of you, that could just be the launching pad. And as we talked about, I think week 1, you might have to read 50 articles to get 30 that are going to have what you need to support your ideas. And so the theme might not come out in several of those articles that you took the time to read. So they're part of the 30, but they don't appear in your paper. And you really want to have robust sources in your paper. And I would say, the 20 to 30 is really more towards 30 to 40 that are in your lit review for those of you doing a literature review as your capstone. So continue to find those rich sources that are inspiring your thinking, and then make sure that you write a robust synthesis that includes as many of those sources as you can. As far as additional work that comes this week, if you have not completed your annotated bibliography, please do. I've been sending you information, feedback in there, letting you know you need the 3 parts. It's really important that when you read an article that you get your source right there because you're going to need it, that you put that robust, in heavy informational summary there of what you actually found. And then what does it mean? Why does it matter? Some of you are doing a fantastic job there, and I know that you're going to be able to pull that out and put it directly into your paper, especially when you took the time to sort of analyze what they meant. So that's fantastic. So this week finds my family a couple weeks away from leaving Germany, and all of our beautiful plans are in some ways falling apart as they do. COVID-19 has created some problems, but feeling confident that my plane will be allowed to take off, that my furniture will arrive in Iowa, and that I will be in the United States as planned in the early July. So I was really thinking this week about that, and I had the opportunity to speak to our pastor about it, and I mentioned the W word of worry, and he was so great, and he shared that worry, if you look at it in the Greek, it really is made up of 2 words, and that those words make up the idea of divided mind. So when you're worried, your mind is divided. And I thought of that and I said, well, I think God wants me to be pretty single-minded and focused on the things that he wants me to do. I need to get this family to the United States. I need to get my daughter to college. I need to start my new position. There's just a lot of things that I need to be single-minded and focused upon. And so worry, that's going to divide my mind. I really don't have time for it. And he gave me 2 verses, and so I'm going to share those with you. The first is Matthew 11:28. And that says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And the second was Psalms 23, verses 2 to 4. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. And even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. So please be comforted. Know that you can do this. I'm here for you by phone or by Zoom or by email. Please don't hesitate. Our internet is much improved since the German children were allowed to go back to school and our American students are finished for the year. And so I really probably could Zoom at this point. So please let me know if that's something you want to do. I'm here for you, and my greatest joy is your success. So have a fantastic week.